This is an example of a professional portfolio for your graduation seminar. So I'm going to page through this so you can see exactly what it looks like. She has a nice cover on the front. And the first part she has is her table of contents. So everything that she has labeled in this portfolio. And this is the first part, professional qualifications. So she included the following: a letter of introduction and a resume. And this is her educational philosophy, and if you'll notice, she has it stapled. She wrote a very extensive philosophy, and so that's stapled in this section. She has her transcripts, and this is the list of classes that she's taken. This is optional. It's something that you can put in your portfolio if you want to take it on a job interview so they can see the courses that you've taken. This is where she's going to be putting her degree when she finishes. This is the next section. These are the individual qualifications. So any certificates, awards, documentation, in-service. And you can see that she has in here her diploma and her certificate. And she's also gone to a couple trainings. So you can see that in here. This is her educational, this is the main section. So this is the 6 outcomes. We have promoting child development, building family and relationships, observing, documenting, and assessing, using developmentally effective approaches, using content knowledge to build meaningful curriculum, and becoming a professional. So then you can see on the side she has a tab for each one of the outcomes. So the first outcome, she has a blue page, and she has examples and documents of assignments that exemplify the first outcome. You can see that she has 3 examples there. The second one is outcome B, and she has her classroom guideline policy. She has another paper that she wrote in the observation course, a case study. She has a research paper that she wrote about stay-at-home moms. Number 3 is observing, documenting, and assessing. This is the portfolio that you made in the Observation, Assessment, and Guidance class. That's ECED 1060. So she put the portfolio in here where she documented the child's motor skills, cognitive skills, and all those required methods of assessing this child. Language and literacy. And again, she has all the documented areas that were required for this project. And then social and emotional development, along with the forms that were required. And then at the very end, she has a summary of that child's development. So this is all part of the observation and assessment. Some people bring this section as a separate notebook. So if you have a separate notebook with your observation and assessment and guidance child portfolio, you can just bring that as a separate document. Here is outcome number 4. And this is something that she made. She made a environmental print book in the early language and literacy course. So these are documenting that she has achieved that outcome. She has an early language and literacy reading to preschoolers here, her reflection on that. This is one of her lesson plans that she wrote for infants and toddlers. This is number 5, about knowledge to build meaningful curriculum. And this was something that was created in the preschool child development class. This is English Language Learners, a paper that she did in early language and literacy. And she did one thematic unit from her class called Early Childhood Curriculum, and I highly recommend that you put one of your units in this portfolio. So she did one on farm animals, and it's in here, it's just all packaged up in one section. And then she also included her thematic unit 2 on apples, and again, it's all packed up in this plastic sleeve. And outcome 6 is about becoming a professional. She has a paper in here about your images of children, which you wrote in the Introduction to Early Childhood course. Your interview that you had of an early childhood professional. And this is your self-reflection on what you believe. And these are the reflection that she did in the introduction class. And these are observations and information she got from one of her practicum sites. Then she has references and recommendations from Heartland Lutheran. And then she has some activity examples in the last section. And she has a file folder game with everything inside. This is sequencing apples. And then this is a flannel board story that she did. And this is a newsletter that she did. This is for early language and literacy, I believe. And that is her ending. So there's an example of a portfolio, and if you'd like to use this as a model, that would be great. If you have any other questions, please contact me with your questions.